All right, welcome. Whoa, I'm always like so hot at the beginning, and then I think I'm
Coming in hot.
coming in hot. Welcome to Tales from the Crypto, episode 5. This is it's September 12th, 2017. What a crazy week!
What a crazy week. Well, it's midweek, so it's not. It's peaking at its craziness.
Well, I count a week as from when we did the last episode.
Yeah, it's crazy. China. But yeah.
So I read today that I saw that Charlie Lee, Litecoin creator, actually he tweeted out this morning that China is officially banning Bitcoin.
That was he. Okay, if you Shed, you're spreading FUD right now. Okay?
I'm not.
He
trying
did
to.
tweet that, but he immediately redacted that tweet and replaced it with China is banning certain Bitcoin exchanges.
Oh, okay.
Not banning Bitcoin.
I'm just saying what.
But that's
read.
interesting because you read that, and then I read the other one where he said China's banning exchanges. But somewhere in the comments of that, someone mentioned that he changed what he said.
Oh, okay.
So it's interesting the way the news works now, and it's hard to get the facts completely straight, I guess. But
Yeah, I was talking with someone last night about it, and it seems like we're living in such a weird time where people can manipulate these things, and we're invested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but not necessarily. I have some investments in the stock market, in like a Roth IRA account,
right.
which has money spread out over various stocks, and you can decide whether you want to go high risk, low risk, medium risk, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But I don't. Is there such an active, say, Twitter community or Reddit community that's like talking about like GE stock and Apple, these sorts of things?
I bet there are. They're just not on our radar. Yeah, but I'm sure if you go to there's subreddits and forums for all this kind of stuff.
Isn't it illegal to spread like information saying like, "Oh, Apple CEO dead"?
Make misinformation
That would cause the price of Apple stock to
plummet. Yeah, that does seem a bit fishy there.
Because it seems like, this is just a theory.
Mm-hmm.
The theory being that China would somehow come out with these these messages saying they're thinking about banning Bitcoin, they're banning ICOs, they're banning currency exchanges, and then this drives the price further and further down, and then they are able to go in and buy
as much as they want at lower prices.
At a lower price.
Yeah.
It's just a way of like shorting it, basically.
A little bit, right. But Charlie Lee, I don't think he's trying to short Bitcoin.
I'm not saying Charlie Lee. I'm saying China.
Just in general.
Or whoever, is kind of generating these rumors.
That's one way to... It's definitely up in the air. I think it could also just be China doesn't want, the stuff to be kind of murky and dangerous, and, it wants to keep everything on the books and on the up and up, maybe.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's necessarily they're plotting some conspiracy to spread misinformation about Bitcoin and lower the price necessarily. Maybe it's just one step closer to mass adoption where the government's getting involved. It's nice to think that Bitcoin could be this Wild West, which it is, but like eventually the Wild West became just the regular West, and now we've got, the Bank of the West.
Sure.
So I think it's just one step closer to making sure that everything's on the up and up, making sure there's not, scams going on. There's scam coins going on all the time. This thing Vagabond, or no, not Vagabond, Vibe. There's all kinds of weird cryptocurrencies, and I think China's just trying to weird cryptocurrencies that are scamming people. There's a few here and there, but I think China's just trying to make sure that doesn't happen on a massive scale.
Right, I understand that, and I don't necessarily like the idea of trying to chase ICOs, because it seems like, you can put together a team of people and say, this is what we're going to try to do, and we're going to raise money doing it,
right?
With an ICO, and then at what point are these people held accountable to actually deliver this product or this technology?
It's the same as like a Kickstarter thing.
Exactly. And I don't like Kickstarters either.
Yeah.
I don't like giving to Kickstarters
I've had tons of friends who are like, oh, I made $2,000 on Kickstarter. Oh, now I got to actually do some work. And
Yeah,
and overdo it.
Dude, I see Kickstarters sometimes that are, and I have given to them in the past, but it's like, I've got, like, our van got broken into and all of our music gear got stolen.
Right.
And I totally understand that, and I've given to those too. I've also seen ones where bands are like, our van got broken into and our gear got stolen, and this is how much we're asking for, and it's like way more than like what the shit is about like worth, like way more than like what the insurance company is going to pay you. And also, like, and knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me, but like also our goal is $7,000, and then it's like so far we've raised $20,000 and there's 2 weeks left to go, and it's just like, dude, at what point do you fucking shut the thing down,
cash in,
or do you say this money is going to go back to the people that donated, or are we going to give this money to charity? I've seen a couple times when people, I'm just like, why are you still fucking, like, you're making more money on the fact that you got robbed than you did on your entire fucking tour, dude.
Yeah. It's like a new business in and of itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting robbed.
Pretty fucked up.
I think in that sense, China's trying to step in and say, we don't want people making all these false Kickstarter type things for a thing that's supposed to be a currency, that's supposed to be like basically the foundation upon which our economy functions. And
I agree with that, and I don't think people should just be allowed to like fucking have whatever ICO they want. And that's why if you when you go to invest in these currencies or whatever, I mean, first off, there's so fucking many out there that like doing research in and of itself is takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So unless you are able to see the people that are on the development team, see what they've done, see that they have a proven track record, and see that they have some sort of reputation to uphold.
Yeah.
For instance, like you were saying, like Nexus is people that are from like SpaceX.
Yeah.
Right. So like, if it's SpaceX or whatever, I'm going to assume that if you're involved in SpaceX or Tesla or Elon Musk or whatever the fuck it is, you're not going to go out there and do something that could potentially embarrass you or your companies, or, fuck up
some
your
negative effect to your audience.
Exactly.
So yeah, it has to do with trust and like.
But if you're giving me fucking Putin Classic and like I got fucking
Bitbean and
all these, your dev team consists of like some guy named Igor
and like DBZ 2009, just a random screen name. Yeah,
whatever.
You got to do some research and find out who these people are.
Yeah.
Get to the bottom of this. But yeah, so yeah, it's good. I think what's happening with China, it's just growing pains for crypto in general, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
And I think also it's like we talked about this last week or whatever. It's like people complaining that the cost of Neo or Bitcoin is too high to get in. So anytime there is a fucking retracement, then fucking get in and stop fucking complaining about it.
Yeah, but they're the types who are like, oh, it's going down, it's just going to keep going down forever. And it's like, you got a chance right now. If you're listening to this podcast and you see Bitcoin around 4,000 or slightly under 4,000, I would just get some and just wait to see what happens.
I mean, I bought some when it was closer to 5, and then I bought some again when it was closer to 4. So,
and even if it goes down, you can get good at putting your money in something that's stable.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin's going down, but so what? There's 5 or 6 or 7 other cryptocurrencies that are remaining stable.
Right.
Just get it takes a matter of time of understanding the market. And
what else happened this week besides China?
I just read something about Russia. Their financial minister Anton, oh man, I'm gonna mess this up, Silyanov. He has plans to get Russia some legal framework to facilitate the usage of cryptocurrencies. He announced that they're not going to ban it at all. They're looking to regulate it.
Right.
Similar to China.
Right.
So I think it's just a matter of time. It seems like this is happening in China. This is happening in Russia. It's just a matter of time. Like a few weeks ago, the SEC came out and made that announcement about ICOs. I think it's just a matter of time before America just has a mass announcement and Trump's got to come out and say, we have a crypto exchange. I don't know. Just some acknowledgement of the future that could possibly be with this crypto stuff.
You think Donald Trump was actually going to say something about cryptocurrency? I can't imagine.
Oh, that's a crazy prediction.
Yeah,
I would say, yeah, I'll bet you $100 worth of Neo that within this term, Not within his next term. Within
That's
this
5
term.
Neo right now.
Right now, 5 Neo. Donald
what am I
Trump will
betting?
mention. If he mentions that you give me 5 Neo, if he doesn't by 2020, then you get 5 Neo.
Okay, what is the actual, what does he actually have to say?
He just has to acknowledge cryptocurrency or mention Bitcoin in any way.
No, that's not fair.
Why not? You won't take that bet?
No. My bet is that he has to come out and say, hey, as a government, we are stepping in to Bitcoin to regulate it.
Similar to what's happening in China.
Exactly. Not just him mentioning Bitcoin.
Okay.
I'm sure he's mentioned Bitcoin before. He's a fucking money guy.
I wonder. So, yeah, I'd take that bet.
So he has to come in. Basically, Donald Trump or the government. It doesn't have to be
official
him.
Press conference.
There has to be official government news saying that they are going to step in and regulate Bitcoin.
Right.
By 2020.
Which I think ultimately would be a good... I mean, people want to say Wild West, but, if we had a cryptocurrency that we could use and it's not regulated by the banks necessarily... I mean, when you say a regulated exchange, it doesn't mean they're taking money and loaning it out. I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I think
I agree with you, though. I don't really want to take this bet because I think that will happen in the next 3 years. I mean, if China came out last week, Russia comes out this week, and now I'm giving you a fucking 3-year window before the U.S. catches up to this. I think
you're gambling, man. Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to take that bet. But that's a prediction. For the future. It's 5 Neo, Chad. You're hoarding.
Well, the way things are now, you're gonna owe me money if I give you 5 Neo.
Yeah, well, why is that?
Can I get change?
Oh, that's a good.
Can I get the? What if I accidentally give you 5.5 Neo and Bittrex steals the other?
Or we could use ARC. You could send 5 Neo and then I receive 5 Neo's worth of Bitcoin.
What is ARC?
That's what it is. It's a bridge between cryptocurrencies. There's an Ethereum blockchain. There's a Bitcoin blockchain. There's all these cryptocurrencies.
Right.
And ARC sort of bridges them together in the sense that I could send you Bitcoin, you could receive Ethereum. You could send me Ripple, I get Monero.
What's the difference between that and what's the guy that used to be what's the guy that he was with Charlie Shrem at their company? Oh, Shapeshift.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of similar to a
Shapeshift. You can just exchange currencies.
That seems more like an exchange, yeah.
Not an exchange, but it's just I guess it's like an exchange in the sense of not a stock exchange, but a currency exchange. If you go to if you're in Europe and you go and you hand them dollars and they give you euros, it's kind of the same thing. But it's on your
phone.
Right? Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never used it.
Digital money exchange.
Yeah.
Versus Bittrex, which is a digital more like a stock exchange where you're buying
what
stuff.
Someone's selling.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that's what ARC is. Looks good too. It's moving.
How's it work though? So I send it via the ARC blockchain?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I mean,
so I'd send you 5 Neo via the ARC blockchain, and then when you received it, it would be converted into Bitcoin.
That's what I understand.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
People are, yeah. And it's basically the next step towards, mass adoption again. It's you've got these things like Omise Go, you've got these things like ARC. There was a huge rise in the credit card, Bitcoin, exchange kind of things a few weeks ago. People want to spend.
Those things really fell down.
They kind of tanked. It's still early stage. PayX and Monaco and
ADX took a shit.
Token card, I think.
Token card, yeah.
ADX is going down, but people are talking about it. It's gonna go up. But I think that's what people want right now. They want to be able to spend their cryptocurrencies. So Omisego is proposing people are going to spend cryptocurrencies at McDonald's. You've got ARC proposing that people can start trading these cryptocurrencies on an easier, more liquid exchange kind of.
There was a rumor that Omisego that the Apple, so the new Apple, the iPhone is coming out right now. They're announcing the new iPhone. It's like $1,000 iPhone or whatever.
Oh my god!
But there was rumors, of course, that Apple would be announcing that they would be partnering with Omisego during this conference. Which a lot of people said there's no fucking way they're going to announce that. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that would be something?
It would be huge. I think the conference is actually still happening right now, as we speak. So who knows? I did see there was a slight jump in Omise. Well, it was a pretty big jump actually yesterday. Yeah, when those rumors were happening, and then of course as the conference goes live today, things have kind of slowed down a little bit, but still it still looks really good.
Yeah,
and I think that idea is very important with all of this, because you can collect stuff and you can kind of hoard stuff or whatever, but until it actually becomes usable,
what's the point?
What's the point of all this?
Right.
And also the thing about it is if you're using it, you want some stability too. You don't want. There's a fear of using this stuff if in the future it's going to be worth more money. Mm-hmm. If you buy a cup of coffee today and you spent $2, and next week $2 is now worth $50, and you bought a cup of coffee for $50 a week ago,
there's stories of people buying pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins back when it first started.
Yeah, I think the first actual Bitcoin transaction was someone bought a pizza for somebody in like the UK.
Oh yeah,
and they spent 10,000 Bitcoin on it or whatever, which is like that pizza is worth like $1.6 billion now or something insane. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fear.
Yeah.
That I have with as far as like.
It's the fear that you don't want that to happen to you, but I think everyone gets a good, chuckle at someone buying a pizza for 1.5 billion.
Of course, but I think that to get people to spend their cryptocurrencies, you're going to want them eventually to have some stability in the price.
Yeah,
the dollar is a dollar is a dollar. Inflation. We don't see the change, until
until it's too late.
Well, until it's too late, but it's like you see the change of what a dollar bought you when you were a kid versus an adult. But like, if you bought a fucking pizza 7 years ago and you spent
$1.5 billion, that's a lot.
$1 billion.
Oh my gosh!
That I don't know. That would break my heart.
So yeah, hodl, I guess.
Well, yeah, hodl to some extent, but that's what I'm saying is like these technologies like Omise Go, which is like a Venmo kind of thing or whatever, way to pay for stuff. We want some stability from them.
It's true. And I think I would say if you're going to spend your Bitcoin or your Ethereum or your Litecoin, spend it on something that's going to make you money. Like
that car you bought.
Well, actually, the car fell through.
What happened?
I'm hodling. I just took it for a test drive. Wasn't feeling it.
No?
I think Bitcoin's going to take a little bit of a dive. I'm going to buy some more, and then it's going to go up, and I'll buy a nicer car.
What kind of Ford Bronco was it? Was it Bronco 2?
It was... No, it was like a small little compact, kind of safari looking
The
thing.
Bronco 2 is the small one.
Is it? Is that the tumbling one?
Yes.
Damn. Maybe I dodged a bullet there.
Well, you could have dodged a tumble.
But what I did buy is a food cart, which we'll talk more about in the future.
You bought a food cart?
Yeah, a little.
With Bitcoin?
With the money from the Bitcoin.
No way.
It's a small investment, under 1,000. I'm going to start like a little stand with me and my girlfriend, and we're going to accept cryptos.
I love it.
To pay for it. So
you'll great.
Hear more about that.
We'll
in
have
the
to
next
follow the progress on
on
the podcast here as you don't let that angry Argentinian guy, don't go in front of his house because he'll push your cart over.
Oh gosh!
Did you see this guy?
I didn't see that.
Oh, it was a viral video. This guy was selling. I think he was like the guy was a Mexican immigrant selling elote corn on a corner.
Oh no!
And another guy comes up wearing Guns N' Roses shirt,
right? And
he's, I believe, of Argentinian descent because they're speaking in Spanish.
Huh.
And he screams at the guy and pushes his cart over into the street.
And the corn just goes everywhere.
Yeah. But then one of the lowrider bicycle clubs here built the guy a new cart, so he's nice. out there. He's out there again.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are going to be my people.
Yeah, exactly.
Fighting off the angry Argentinians.
Yeah, don't do it in front of that guy's house.
No,
if you see a guy charging you with a Guns N' Roses shirt, be sure to wheel your cart as fast as you can. Maybe put your girlfriend on top of it and you can push her out of the way.
Yeah. but it'll be fun. It's going to be.
Oh, it's really
It's
exciting.
going to be solar powered. It's going to accept cryptocurrencies. It's going to be having the best coffee and pastries. In
Oh,
the
that's
world.
what you're going to sell, coffee and pastries?
For now, for like breakfasty stuff.
That's awesome. What's it
Spend your
called?
Ethereum. I want to patent the name first. I don't want to say that over the
Sure.
such
Understand.
a popular podcast.
Are you going to accept fiat as well, or just?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Everything. But
Okay.
there will be an option for a quick, seamless crypto transaction.
Sick. And how's our website coming?
It's working. We're working on it. We're
Okay.
building and coming along.
All right, good. Good to know. I'm glad you're working on it.
Slow and steady. So
What else
yeah,
you got?
as far as news goes, North Korea is hacking South Korea. Millions of bitcoins have been lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Millions
see
of
this.
dollars worth of Bitcoin.
I didn't see this.
From South Korean exchanges. Not a lot of news on it. I've just, who knows if it's real news, fake news. But the sources, I think, were Forbes and stuff. But you got to look into this. Yeah, no, I mean, not really. It's just North Korea. They're hacking. They were behind that WannaCry hack that took place in England a few months ago. About
I didn't hear about it.
They hacked some hospitals. Wanted some money for people's medical records.
Really? I wonder what
With
Patient
links.
Tory had to say about that.
Yeah, I know. That's why we need Patient Tory.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, North Korea, stop hacking, please.
I'd like to see, for instance, like, let's take Patient Tory, for example. One of the first altcoins that I bought was Patient Tory because I kind of like the idea of it,
Yeah.
I'd like to see some more communication from these companies,
Right.
Don't just have an ICO and then revert back into your lab or whatever, or whatever you're doing.
I
Like,
think
get out
there's-
there on Twitter, like get out there and like communicate with the people,
Yeah, I hear you. I think they're doing that, right? There's a little bit
just
of
not enough. I mean,
they're teaming up with Dash, the digital cash, the cryptocurrency, and they're working with them. And
that's fine. I
know.
just would like to see, I'd like to see a little bit more personality out of these things. I think that's what people like about Litecoin, and Charlie Lee, like love him or hate him or whatever, or even like Charlie Shrem and the
Blossom.
Wolf of Polonius,
Or Vitalik Buterin,
Mayim Bialik.
television.
I don't tell the TV's Blossom. I don't follow him, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think if you can attach a little name or face with the cryptocurrency, it helps out in the long run.
Yeah, it's good to have a
It's like Warren
spokesperson.
Buffett, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, these guys.
Yeah, you have a little face-to-face interaction.
They have
People are held
their
accountable.
personalities,
Right.
and you either love them or hate them. But if you love them, you want to be on their team.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to see a little bit more of that, especially when there's a hack like in a hospital that relates specifically to and if Patient Tory did say something about this.
Well,
and I
this
missed it.
this hack happened before Patient Tory even
Oh,
existed.
okay, gotcha. Okay,
This was
cool.
in like April. I feel like Patient Tory's been around since June.
Well, they can still come out and say, "Hey, here's an
Sure.
example of what we're kind of working against."
Yeah.
And if they have, then I apologize, but I'd like to see some of that stuff happening.
It will. I think it's almost good right now that it's not happening, because if you think Patient Tory is going to take off and it's going to be like a mass adoption kind of a thing within the medical records world, like
Right.
just put some money in. It's like 30 cents right
Sure,
now.
it's about
It could easily
exactly.
be $30, $40, $50. Like, instead of being like, they need to get their act together, just be buying. Just buy it all, because when they do get their act together, the prices are going to soar so much that it's not even
Sure, but I'm not looking out just for myself. I'm like, I'm just saying in general, this whole thing is interesting.
Yeah.
I went to. Let me tell you this story.
Mhm.
And we're gonna cut the podcast a little short today, just because of everything. I'm going out of town. So I went to this sort of acting class, sort of self-help.
Like a thespian thing.
Yeah, but like kind of more of a
Get to know your inner
like a
actor.
new agey sort of
Find the lion inside.
kind of, a lot about whatever you want to call these things. It's not like Scientology, but it's like an experience. And one of
A
the,
retreat.
kind of a retreat. I've done the retreat. This is
Like a self-help retreat.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
I went to like a little introductory one the other night
Mm-hmm.
because I know the people that put it on. It's called the Mastery, actually, for anyone wondering.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken it before, and it's amazing. And I've made friends with a lot of the people they've been doing it since the 70s, you know. And one of the exercises was that I would sit across from this other man. It just happened to be a man. It could have been a woman.
Okay.
Look into his eyes deeply and breathe in and out only through my mouth for probably about 20-25 minutes while one of the leaders of the experience kind of gave this little talk about you know, what to look for and what to feel, and not necessarily what to feel, but just like sort of guided us through this like mutual sort of meditation.
Right.
And then afterwards, when it was all said and done, each person got the opportunity to tell the other person, kind of like what you and I are doing right now, staring into each other's eyes. They got to tell the other person what they thought about the process and what they experienced during this thing.
Right.
So I told the guy, you know, all my thoughts and stuff, and then and the other person was just supposed to listen while this is happening.
Right.
And then he tells me all the stuff that he was experienced during this thing, and so he's gazing deeply into my eyes and breathing. When it was all said and done, I said to him, "You look like someone that knows a lot about Bitcoin."
No.
And he said to me, "Maybe."
Huh.
And then, as I was leaving, he gave me his card. And he's part of some interesting like IT firm. And I could tell by just looking at him and through this like weird sort of mind melding experience,
transcendental, yeah,
that he was into Bitcoin. But also, he's wearing a shirt that said he was a graduate from the Wizard Academy.
How old is this guy? Wizard Academy graduate?
In his mid to late 30s.
Wow. Wizard Academy, huh?
So,
Takes all kinds.
So with that information, I took away that.
That's what you deduced? You're like, this guy likes wizards, acting, transcendental deep state hypnotism, must be also into crypto.
Yep. And
regular Sherlock Holmes over here.
We got to email this guy and see what the deal is.
Yeah, let's see what his deal.
I'll show you his card.
I thought you were going to say, and his shirt said, buy Bitcoin.
His shirt was just a
His shirt said hodl.
His shirt was just a QR code.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an interesting experience.
That's really funny.
And I'll show you his card here in a minute. We can maybe we can try to get him on the podcast, or maybe we can ask him some questions, and then we'll answer him next week, and we'll let you know what we asked him and what, because this guy's like he's the white whale, like Moby Dick for me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I had a similar. It's funny you said Moby Dick because I had a similar Bitcoin related experience.
Because of NoFap?
No, I don't know why you're bringing that up. No, I was taking an Uber and there was an old man with a Navy hat on, and
Was this an Uber pool, or this was your driver?
Just the driver.
Oh.
Yeah, me and the driver. And we just started talking about Bitcoin, and he said his grandkids were into it,
right?
And I gave him a big tip, and in the tip I said, use this to buy Bitcoin.
Ooh,
so spreading the word.
Nice.
I don't know if it's a good idea to talk about it or not talk about it, but I think spread the word, let people know.
Yeah.
Like, I've been getting my friends into it.
What do you mean not talk about it? We're doing a podcast.
That's very true. We're doing the exact. We're definitely talking.
Why do you have plants?
I had a leaf in my
you have,
pocket.
Like, plants on the table now. Like somehow, all of a sudden, a plant just appeared out of your pocket. Okay. Let's try to see what I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Do you have any other news?
Oh, I do have a little mini news. Okay, cityofzion.o is a neo production. It's like a neo development team. They've developed wallets.
You have to upgrade the new Neon wallet, by the way.
I'm going to do that right now when I get home.
Okay, well, you need to do it.
Like yesterday or.
Well, just as soon as possible.
All right.
I haven't done it yet either. I just read about it, though, that if you go into like your current wallet and try to open it, it's not going to work. You need to upgrade
Okay, we'll
to
do that.
0.05.
Hear that, everyone? Upgrade that new Neon wallet. So
Exactly.
they're having a little contest.
And all that information can be found on the Reddit subreddit, the Neo subreddit. It's on the right side of the page. Every City of Zion update for Neo is there.
Nice. They're having a competition for digital apps, decentralized apps.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you build an app, you submit it between September 16th and November 16th, and 10 winners will get 13,500 gas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
13,500 gas, which would currently be worth about 135,000 US dollars.
Yeah. 10
Wow.
winners are going to get 100. But it's not just it could be individuals or team members.
Okay.
And all you have to do is submit a DApp for review.
A decentralized app?
It's basically an app, just like something you would build for the apps. If anyone builds apps,
Yeah.
I remember it was big in 2012, 2013. Everyone's building apps. Put an app on the Apple Store for free. They'll, you charge some advertising. You build like a little game, little Angry Birds type game, put it on the Apple Store for free. It's the same concept.
Sure.
But they're building some sort of Neo-based decentralized app platform, and they want to get some content on it, and they want to pay you if you win.
Great.
So look into it. cityofzion.io.
Is that it?
That looks like that's a good week.
Yeah,
Like
I think
a busy week.
I think this is one of those weeks where it's like a lot of shit happened, but in the end, like, just fucking
Trucking along.
just truck along, just do it.
Yeah, I agree. Just total, as they were saying.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Awesome, Jed. Well,
I'll see
have
you
a
next
good
week.
trip.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. All right.
See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.